You don't have to feel like your intimacy fades as you get older. You're not alone. Many believe that passion and connection diminish with age, but in reality, it transforms into something deeper and more rewarding. In this video, I will share powerful insights on how communication, it's time to face the facts, communication, self-awareness, and creative intimacy can transform your relationship, no matter your age. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any. Your support means a lot to me. If you enjoyed this video, help me spread these valuable lessons by liking and sharing it today. I feel an overwhelming sense of fulfillment as I share with you some of the most valuable tips and secrets that I have collected over the years. These ideas have the power to transform relationships, foster personal growth, and rekindle fading love. I want to talk about the foundation of any successful and lasting relationship, communication. It may seem simple or a cliché, but I cannot emphasize how essential it is as time goes by. Time passes, the years go by, and the pace of everyday life takes over. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that there is nothing new to say to each other. Conversations that were once lively may slow down, and routines begin to feel stifling. But here's the truth: time passes, and the pace of everyday life takes over. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that there is nothing new to say to each other. Conversations that were once lively may slow down, and routines begin to feel stifling. But here's the deep truth that I have come to realize: there is always room to grow, learn, and evolve together as a couple. The beauty of a relationship lies not in staying the same, but in evolving together through the joys and sorrows. Talk openly with your partner about your deepest desires. You must talk openly with your partner about your deepest desires, silent fears, and any changes you are experiencing as individuals. Clear and open communication strengthens the emotional bond between you and your partner and helps keep the flame of passion, the spark that initially brought you together, alive. Relationships without that spark can start to feel more like an arrangement than a partnership built on love. You must keep that spark, that intimacy, alive for the sake of the relationship and your happiness. You feel truly connected to the person you love when you know that they understands you on a deep level. This creates a sense of peace and fulfillment that is difficult to express in words. I remember a couple I met a few years ago. They were a lovely couple married for over 3 decades, a true testament. Commitment is a cornerstone of a relationship, but something was missing. Over time, the vibrant energy that once fueled their relationship had been replaced by a daily routine that felt repetitive and uninspiring. Both felt they were doing things out of inertia, and it wasn't that they didn't love each other. They did love each other. There was unspoken longing in both of them for something more, something deeper, something they couldn't quite articulate. At first, it wasn't until they sat down, faced their fears, and opened up to each other in an honest and sincere conversation that they discovered a mutual desire to explore new forms of intimacy. Had they not taken that brave step to speak their truth, they would have continued on the same path. They had been harboring these thoughts for years due to fear of judgment, shame, and rejection. They kept silent, slowly eroding the connection that brought them together. It was a revelation for them to finally open up, and they felt closer than ever. This was not the end of their story, it was the beginning of a new one. They began making spontaneous romantic escapades. They read books about relationships together and shared their thoughts, as they did in their early dating days. This intimate chapter of their relationship was marked by spontaneity and vulnerability. This willingness to communicate and be vulnerable with each other brought new life to their relationship. They rediscovered a passion they thought had gone, and their bond became stronger than ever. It was beautiful to witness this. This leads me to my first and perhaps most important piece of advice: don't be afraid to open up to your partner. Be honest about what you want, what you fear, and what you long for. Honesty is the key to unlocking new possibilities for a deeper, more meaningful connection. It can transform a stagnant relationship into one that is alive and vibrant. I understand it's not easy to be vulnerable, but I can assure you that the rewards far outweigh the risks. The rewards far outweigh the risks. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment on the number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Communication is only part of the equation. I also want to emphasize the importance of self. Sometimes we can get so wrapped up in the responsibilities of life, tending to our families, managing our careers, fulfilling our social obligations, that we forget to take care of ourselves. We lose touch with our desires, needs and wants. We lose touch with our desires and needs, and before we know it, we're just going through the motions. This is heartbreaking because when you neglect yourself, you hurt yourself and your relationship. You can't give from an empty cup. You can't give from an empty cup. If you lose sight of what brings you joy, how can you expect to bring joy to someone else? I have worked with so many people in their 50s or 60s who suddenly feel like they have lost their identity. They have given so much of themselves to others, their children, and more. They've forgotten who they are outside of their roles as a parent, partner, or employee. They've neglected their passions, dreams, and happiness for so long that it almost feels selfish to want those things again. But here's the truth: it's never too late to reconnect with yourself. Doing so will make you feel more fulfilled and more attractive to others. When you are happy and confident in who you are, that energy radiates outward, attracting people to you. You become a magnet for love and affection. Affection. I've seen it countless times. People regain that lost part of themselves, and the transformation is nothing short of extraordinary. They become more vibrant, energetic, and alive. Their partner notices it too. They've fallen in love again, not only with their partner but with themselves. That kind of self-love is contagious and gives new life to the relationship when you take care of yourself. When you know what makes you happy and pursue it, you present yourself as your best self in the relationship. This inspires your partner to do the same. This creates a positive feedback loop that can transform even the most stagnant relationship into one that feels dynamic and alive. Finally, nurturing a relationship is an ongoing journey requiring communication, vulnerability, and self-nurturing a relationship is an ongoing journey requiring communication, vulnerability, self-awareness, and, above all, a commitment to growth, both as individuals and as a couple. By embracing these principles, you can transform your relationship into something truly beautiful, something that not only stands the test of time, but thrives because of it. Remember, every relationship goes through ups and downs. The key is to navigate those waves hand in hand, from heart to heart. Don't be afraid to open up. You must speak your truth and rediscover the joy that brought you together in the first place. Most importantly, take care of yourself. You are worthy of love. Invest in yourself. Invest in your relationship. Discover what makes your soul sing, and share that beautiful melody with the person you love. There's nothing more powerful or magnetic than two people who love each other and love themselves. This is the true secret of lasting happiness. Many people overlook or feel embarrassed to acknowledge this. Sex life after 50 can be even better than it was in their younger years. This may surprise you, but here's why. With age comes wisdom, confidence, and a deeper understanding of yourself. You'll have a deeper understanding of yourself and your partner. You'll be free from the insecurities and self-consciousness that often plague people in their 20s and 30s. You now have a depth of intimacy that goes beyond the physical. It delves into something far more significant, a deep emotional and spiritual connection. This stage of life offers you the opportunity to embrace what matters most in a relationship: depth of love and emotional and spiritual connection. Trust and vulnerability that can only come with years of shared experiences and growth. This chapter of life often brings a new sense of freedom because you are no longer bound by the pressures and expectations of youth. Instead, there is a natural flow to your intimate moments, a willingness to explore, discover, and savor every part of the experience without the weight of judgment. So don't be afraid to break boundaries. Rediscover what makes you and your partner feel alive. You both deserve this connection, and you both deserve to experience it fully. Now, let's address something equally important: the physical changes that naturally come with age. Yes, our bodies really do change over time. Change is perfectly normal, and there is nothing to be discouraged about. However, these changes should never be seen as an obstacle to enjoying a fulfilling sex life. There are countless ways to adapt and find joy in intimacy, even when your body is not exactly the same as it used to be. Many women experience vaginal dryness as they get older, and many men may face erectile dysfunction. These problems are common, but they don't have to define your sex life. There are solutions. Treatments and tools are available to help you overcome these obstacles. Don't let shame or pride stop you from seeking help. Talk to your doctor or seek professional counseling. Take care of your health, both physical and emotional, to maintain a vibrant, active, and fulfilling sex life. There is no shame in admitting that you need help or that your body requires a little extra care as the years go by. You don't have to let shame or pride stop you from seeking help. Talk to your doctor. Seek professional counseling. Take care of your health, both physical and emotional. This is a sign of strength and commitment to living life to the fullest. I have worked with and spoken to countless people who at first felt embarrassed to address these concerns with their doctors. They felt it was taboo or that it somehow signaled the end of their youthful vitality. The end of their youthful vitality. The truth is that once they took that step and opened up about their struggles, they realized that there are a whole world of options available to them. From lubricants to therapies to medications to lifestyle changes, there are so many ways to improve and enjoy intimacy without restrictions. One woman confessed to me that she had silently endured discomfort for years because she was too afraid to admit that she needed help with vaginal dryness. It wasn't until she opened up to her doctor that she discovered a simple solution that made her feel like herself again. Another man she knew had suffered in silence from erectile dysfunction, fearing it would destroy their relationship. One woman confided in me about her years-long struggle with vaginal dryness, which she had kept hidden out of fear. It wasn't until she spoke with her doctor that she learned about a simple solution that restored her sense of self. Another man I know faced a similar challenge with erectile dysfunction, which he feared would ruin their relationship. After consulting with a specialist, he learned about treatments that boosted his confidence and intimacy with his partner. Both of them realized that they were not alone in these struggles. It's crucial to recognize that problems like these are extremely common, and the sense of relief they felt knowing others were experiencing similar challenges was truly liberating. The most important thing is that you are not alone. Your experiences and changes are not abnormal. They are not the end of your ability to enjoy intimacy. Addressing these changes head-on can revitalize your relationship. Imagine the relief of no longer feeling restricted by physical discomfort or performance anxiety. Performance. Imagine the joy of rediscovering passion and connection with your partner, free from the fear that there is something wrong with you. It is incredibly liberating to know that there are solutions out there and that the best years of your intimate life could be right in front of you. So my advice to you is this: don't shy away from these conversations. Stay away from these conversations, whether it's with your doctor, your partner, or even embrace the changes that come with age. But don't let them limit you. Seek the help you need. Explore the solutions available. Most importantly, remember that intimacy is about much more than the physical act. It is about connection, understanding, and a love that deepens over time. When you open yourself to these possibilities, you will find that sex life after 50 is not only possible. It is rich, full, and more meaningful than ever. You deserve to experience that joy as well. Intimacy doesn't always revolve around the physical. Some of the deepest connections between couples occur in quiet, tender exchanges that have nothing to do with the bedroom. Many couples, especially as they get older, find immense joy in these exchanges. Comfort and satisfaction in simple acts of affection, such as holding hands, giving each other gentle massages, or sharing a quiet walk in the evening. These small gestures are a testament to the depth of love and understanding that have grown over the years. Find what works for you and your partner, and nurture that connection through these subtle, everyday actions. Romance has no age limit. It's not limited by time or age, and it's not bound by the physical limitations that come with aging. Instead, it lives on in the creative and sincere ways you continue to show love to each other. Sometimes the smallest gestures can have the most profound impact. If you're still watching, comment below to let me know. I've seen couples rediscover a whole new level of intimacy by focusing on these small, loving actions. It's not about big gestures. Focus on consistency when showing affection and appreciation. These small gestures, like a long arm, can be more meaningful than expensive gestures. If you are still watching this video, please comment below to let me know. I have seen couples rediscover a whole new level of intimacy by focusing on these small, loving actions. A shared morning cup of coffee, or simply sitting together in comfortable silence can carry so much meaning. They say, "I see you. I value you. I am here with you." And isn't that what we all want to feel? Seen, loved, and appreciated. These daily rituals of love may seem simple, but they can rekindle a romance that feels as fresh and exciting as it did decades ago. Sometimes, morning coffee, shared moments of silence, and gestures of affection can rekindle a romance. However, the tedium of daily routines and responsibilities can make couples feel stuck, like the spark has gone out and they're just going through the motions. The secret to breaking free of that feeling is simple: surprise each other. Keep things fresh by finding new and exciting ways to inject a sense of spontaneity into your relationship. This doesn't have to mean extravagant vacations or grandiose gestures. Here's the secret to breaking free of that feeling: surprise each other. Keep things fresh by finding new and exciting ways to inject a sense of spontaneity into your relationship. This doesn't have to mean extravagant vacations or grandiose gestures. It can be as simple as planning a weekend getaway, preparing a special dinner, or even writing a heartfelt note that speaks of the love you share. In this fast-paced digital age, there's no substitute for the immediacy of a handwritten letter. It's a personal and intimate gesture that feels timeless. The effort and thought behind each word stir emotions that words spoken in El Paso can't always capture. In this fast-paced digital age, a handwritten letter is incredibly impactful. It's a personal and intimate gesture that feels timeless. The effort and thought behind each word stir emotions that words spoken in El Paso can't. One of my favorite ways to bring back the fun and spontaneity we shared in our early years together is by planning a weekend getaway, preparing a special dinner, or even writing a handwritten love letter. A handwritten letter is a personal and intimate gesture that feels timeless. The effort and thought behind each word stir emotions that words spoken in El Paso can't always stir. One of my favorite stories comes from a dear friend of mine. She and her husband had been together for decades, but like many couples, life's responsibilities had begun to drag them into a routine. She wished for a way to bring back some of the fun and spontaneity they shared in their early years together. One night, she decided to do something truly special. She cleared out the living room, moved the furniture, and put on some of his favorite 80s music. One night, she made a bold decision. She cleared out the living room, moved the furniture, and put on some of his favorite 80s music. Songs that had meaning to them, songs that took them back to their youth. Their youth set the stage for an impromptu dance night at home, just the two of them, swaying to the rhythm of the familiar tunes that once made their hearts beat. It may seem like a small thing, but the impact that night wasn't just about dancing. It was about reliving memories, feeling the energy of their younger days, and getting together in a way they hadn't done in years. They laughed, they hugged each other and let the music guide them back to a time when everything felt fresh and new. That simple act made them feel renewed joy and complicity. They remembered not only who they were, but who they still are to each other. It was as if time had folded in on itself, and once again, they were the young couple who fell in love so many years ago. Reconnecting doesn't have to be grandiose or planned to perfection, it can be as simple as revisiting a cherished memory. Revisit a cherished memory or recreate something that brought you joy in the past. The intention behind the act is what matters most. Take the time to plan a little surprise, share a meaningful gesture, or share a meaningful gesture. This tells your partner, I'm still here. I still care about you. I still want to create new memories with you. That feeling is what keeps the romance alive. No matter how many years, love doesn't fade with time. If anything, it deepens and becomes richer. You can deepen and enrich your relationship with each shared experience. The secret to maintaining that connection is to be intentional about showing love and appreciation for your partner in big and small ways. Don't let routine or fear of change make you feel trapped. Rather, infuse your relationship with creativity and the desire to continue discovering new facets of your connection. Whether it's a romantic getaway, a handwritten letter, or an impromptu dance in the living room, show your partner how much they mean to you. Love at its core is all about those little, silent acts of affection that say more than words ever could. So surprise your partner, rediscover the joy in the simple things. And remember that romance has no expiration date, it only gets better with time. Love is all about those little, silent acts of affection that say more than words ever could. Surprise your partner, rediscover the joy in the simple things. And remember, romance has no expiration date, it only gets better with time. As long as you continue to nurture it, one thoughtful gesture at a time. As we come to the end of this journey together, I hope you have found these ideas useful and inspirational. Whether it be the importance of communication, rekindling intimacy, or finding joy in simple moments, there is always something we can take away to strengthen our relationships and enrich our lives. Now, I would love to know from you what you have learned so far. What is one thing that really resonated with you, and how will you put it into practice in your own life? Share your life, thoughts, and reflections in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Your support means a lot to us, and we are excited to continue this journey with you. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to read your comments.